My next
Yeah.
question is, what are some other benefits of joining the CAF? You've listed a few, but are there any others that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, there's lots of benefits, of course. And one of the things that jumps out in my mind is just uh, a dental benefit. So I remember when when you turn 25 and you're not covered under your parents' insurance anymore, the dentist becomes pretty expensive, right? So getting 90% dental coverage from a part-time job is something that's, I think, pretty unique and a really, really good benefit. So you get covered for dental even if you're only part-time. And the part-time we call Class A. And if you take one of those full-time, short-term full-time contracts, we call that Class B. So in your Class A, you get certain benefits. And when you're Class B, over 180 days, you get even more benefits. So I'm Class B over 180 days, and I get a wonderful benefit package, including like medical, dental, all the coverage for myself and my dependents, so my family. So there's some benefits for Class A and even more benefits for Class B. So, but Class A, even with just a part-time job, you get dental coverage, which is really cool. And there's other things like I mentioned, all the travel, all your travel expenses are covered for all training. And probably one of the most popular benefits we have is the academic reimbursement program. So if you join the Naval Reserve and you're a student, you can apply for academic reimbursement, which is a maximum of $8,000 that is available for tuition and books and any other costs associated with your education, which is 50% of your tuition, up to $2,000 per year for a max of $8,000. So if you did like a 4-year degree, you could get $2,000 per year for 4 years. I think one of the best benefits of the Naval Reserve is that it is flexible. And I'll kind of tell you about my own career to demonstrate that I've had so many different levels of involvement throughout my career progression. So when I first joined, I was what I would say was like kind of a typical Naval Reservist student, where I was a full-time university student. I worked here on evenings and weekends during the school year from September to May, and then I did full-time training in the summer. So I had a summer job, part-time job while you're in school, full-time summer job, all in one. Best deal, right? And I did that for about 4 or 5 years. And then my civilian career started to take off a little bit. Like I said, I received a Juno nomination. I was touring with my civilian band, and I did not have time to do Navy training in the summer. And the point I'm getting at is that that's okay. So for about 5 or 6 years, I didn't do much Navy stuff, full-time stuff in the summer at all. I did my part-time evenings and weekends from September to May, and I focused on my civilian career for the summer. I didn't do any Navy training for like 5 or 6 years, and that's okay. We are flexible, and any full-time training or deployments in the Naval Reserve is voluntary. And I didn't volunteer for a few years, and that's okay. And then I got a full-time contract, and now I've been working full-time for a number of years. So I've had like very distinctly different levels of commitment at different periods in my life, depending on what worked best for me. And I think that's the bottom line, is that the reserves are flexible, and you can have a level of commitment that's going to work best for you at whatever point you are at in your life, whatever your commitments are like, whether you're a full-time student or you have a full-time career or you have additional family demands like having a new baby or whatever it may be in your life. You can adapt your Naval Reserve career to fit what kind of point that you're at in your life. If you are working full-time, which I am, the parental benefits in the Canadian Armed Forces are fantastic, and especially for fathers, because we receive the same parental benefits for both birthing and non-birthing parent. So parental benefits in the Canadian Armed Forces are fantastic. I'm going to be taking 6 months off, and after my EI, I get a top up for the Canadian Armed Forces to 93% of my income. So having a baby, getting a 6-month holiday, and still getting paid 93% of your paycheck is unbelievable. It almost sounds too good to be true. So there is a fantastic benefit from the Canadian Armed Forces for you.
That's super good. That's amazing. Wow, that's definitely a benefit, especially for the fathers
Yeah.
out
As
there.
a father, like, what a deal. I can't even believe it.
That's awesome.